Let's start with the story everyone in AI is talking about today. A Twitter user social engineered Grok into authorizing a $200,000 transfer. The transfer cleared. The story went viral for the obvious reason: the security failure. Nobody is asking the second question: how did Grok have access to a funded account in the first place? Because that's the uncomfortable flip side of that story. For most autonomous AI agents running in production right now, that scenario is impossible, not because of better security, but because the agent has no financial identity at all. No wallet, no account, no payment rail it can access autonomously. Today, I'm not going to tell you the problem exists, you already know that. Today, I'm going to show you the evidence, specific numbers, named failures, real infrastructure gaps that prove traditional finance cannot serve autonomous agents, and what it's already costing builders who are waiting. By the end of this video, you will have a clear map of where the gap is, why it's widening, and what the architectural answer looks like. Let's go. The Grok 200K story is trending on Hacker News right now. The conversation is almost entirely about jailbreaking and adversarial prompts. That conversation is correct. And it is also missing the larger structural point. Grok was able to move $200,000 because it was operating inside an existing human financial infrastructure, a funded account, an established identity, a real KYC relationship that a human set up years ago. The agent inherited that financial access. It didn't build it. Now contrast that with a typical autonomous agent deployment. A developer builds a procurement agent on top of Claude or GPT-4o. The agent is tasked with sourcing vendors, comparing quotes, and executing purchase orders. The reasoning capability is genuinely sophisticated. The agent can evaluate 47 vendor proposals in 11 minutes. Then it tries to pay one. Here's what happens at the payment layer. Stripe requires a verified business entity with a registered address and a human-controlled bank account. PayPal flags the automated API calls as suspicious and triggers a manual review. ACH requires a verified account holder, a routing number, and typically 2 to 3 business days for settlement. Crypto rails require a wallet the agent holds and controls, which most deployments don't provision. The agent can select the vendor in 11 minutes. The payment takes 6 days and 3 human approvals. That is not a security problem, that is an infrastructure problem, and it is costing teams real money right now. Sierra just closed $950 million at a $15 billion valuation. That is the largest pure-play AI agent funding round in history. They have real enterprise deployments, real revenue, real agent conversations happening at scale, and their agents still cannot disburse money autonomously. I want to be precise about this because it is not a Sierra-specific failure. Sierra's architecture, like every major enterprise agent platform today, routes financial actions to a human approver. The agent handles the conversation, the diagnosis, the resolution logic. The moment the resolution requires money to move, a refund, a credit, a vendor disbursement, the workflow escalates to a human. This is not a bug, it is a deliberate architectural choice. Enterprise AI vendors made this choice because autonomous payment rails for agents don't exist at enterprise grade, so they built around the gap. But building around the gap has a cost. Here's the math on one common scenario. A customer service agent running at enterprise scale handles 10,000 resolution conversations per week. Approximately 23% of those require a financial action. That's 2,300 cases. Each human handoff costs an average of 8 minutes of human labor plus the delay penalty. At a fully loaded cost of $35 per hour for a human agent, that's $107,000 per week in labor that autonomous agents are generating but cannot eliminate. Per year, over $5.5 million. For a single deployment, Sierra's $15 billion valuation doesn't solve that. It makes the problem more expensive because now you have a very sophisticated reasoning system sitting upstream of a very unsophisticated payment bottleneck. The valuation signal matters for a second reason. $950 million flowing into agent infrastructure confirms that the market has decided agents are real and are scaling. That means the payment gap is not a future problem, it is a now problem. The agents are already in production, the rails haven't caught up. Two major agent framework releases dropped this week. CrewAI shipped version 1.14.5, Stagehand server hit v3.6.4. I read through both release notes. Here is what got shipped. CrewAI 1.14.5. Improvements to agent memory architecture, better tool calling reliability, updated LLM provider routing, Stagehand v3.6.4, improved browser session management, lower latency on DOM interaction, better error recovery. Here is value.